Good morning students. In this class we are going to discuss a new lesson, microorganism, friend and foe. What is the name of the topic? Microorganism, friend and foe. Okay. What is microorganism? Okay, first we are going to discuss what is organism. All of us included in the category of organism. All of us include in the category of organism. We a human organism. Plants a plant organism. Animal a animal organism. All of us included in the category of organism. Okay. Next we are going to discuss what is microorganism. Okay. The word micro means small. The word micro means what? Small. The word micro means small or very small. Do you understand the meaning or the term micro? Micro means small or very small. Do you understand? Okay. Next, we can't see with our eyes alone. Okay. We can't see the microorganism with our eyes. With our eyes, we can't see the microorganism. With the help of this magnifying glass, we can see certain organism. Okay, if the organism are little bigger, we can use this magnifying glass to see the microorganism. Like that, we can see the microorganism. If or else the organism are too small, we can't able to use this magnifying glass. For that, what we should do? We can use a microscope. Do you all see the microscope? With the help of the microscope, we can see the microorganism. Do you understand what is microorganism and what is the term micro means? Okay. Next, microorganisms are classified into 4 types. Microorganisms are classified into how many types? 4 types. They are bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. Repeat after me. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. These are all the 4 different types of microorganisms. Do you understand, children? Okay. Next we are going to discuss what is bacteria. Okay, see this. This is the picture of bacteria. Okay. Bacteria are unicellular in nature. What is cell? Unicellular means only single cell, that we call it as a uni. A single cell or one cell, we call it as a uni. So, the bacteria are unicellular in nature. Bacteria are what? Unicellular in nature. Okay, do you understand? Bacteria are unicellular in nature. Common disease that caused by bacteria. What are all the diseases that caused by bacteria are tuberculosis and typhoid. These are all the 2 diseases that caused by bacteria. Do you understand what are all the diseases that caused by bacteria? Typhoid and tuberculosis. This is the picture of bacteria. We are going to discuss what is fungus. Okay. For example, I am taking a piece of bread. Okay, I am keeping this piece of bread for a longer time. After longer time, again I am taking the bread and seeing the bread means what happened to this bread? There will be a greenish white patches covered in this bread. How can you observe the greenish white patches? With the help of magnifying glass. With the help of magnifying glass, we can find the microorganism present in this bread. Do you understand? The greenish white patches, that we call it as a fungus. Do you understand what is fungus? The greenish white patches covered in this bread or any substances, that we call it as a fungus. Do you understand what is fungus? Okay. Fungus are multicellular in nature. Fungus are multicellular in nature. In previous section what we discussed? Bacteria are unicellular. Uni means single cell. Okay, here the fungus are multicellular. Multi means many cells. Okay, here the fungus are multicellular in nature. Do you understand? Next, see, this is the picture of fungus. This is the picture of fungus. It is visible to you. Okay. Next we are going to discuss what is protozoa. This is the picture of protozoa. Do you understand? It is visible to you? This is the picture of protozoa. Common disease that caused by protozoa are, the disease that caused by protozoa are dysentery and malaria. Okay, the dysentery and malaria are the common disease that caused by protozoa. This is the picture of protozoa. Do you understand what is protozoa and what are all the disease that caused by protozoa? Okay. We are going to discuss what is virus. Okay, what is virus? Previously we have discussed the 4 different types of microorganisms. What are all the 4 different types? Bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. These are all the 4 different types of microorganisms. Okay. This virus also come under the category of microorganism. Okay. There is a slight differences between these 4 and the virus. What is the differences means? Virus require some living organism to survive. Okay. Virus require some living organism to survive. Rather, these 4 does not require any living organism. This is the differences between the virus and these 4 types of microorganisms. Do you understand the differences between these 4 and the virus? Okay. Next. Virus means what? Virus require some living organism to survive. To survive, the virus require some living organism. Okay, it can be a bacteria, it could be a plants and other organism which can be survived. It can be a bacteria or else plant or other organism. This virus can survive. Okay, virus is a living organism. Do you understand? Okay. Some of the elements that caused by virus are, the meaning of elements is disease. You can also say the element is disease. Some of the disease that caused by viruses are cold, influenza, polio and chickenpox. Repeat after me. Cold, influenza, polio and chickenpox. These are all the disease that caused by virus. Okay, what are all the disease that caused by virus? Cold, influenza, polio and chickenpox. Do you understand what is virus and what are all the disease that caused by virus? Okay. Next, we are going to see what is unicellular. What are all that comes under unicellular and what are all that comes under multicellular? First, unicellular means bacteria, fungi, protozoa. These 3 types are come under unicellular. Okay, unicellular means only single cell. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, these are all come under unicellular. Next, multicellular means algae and fungi. Algae and fungi are comes under multicellular organism. Do you understand what is unicellular and multicellular and what are all that comes under unicellular and multicellular? Okay. Next, we are going to discuss the microorganism are further classified into. The microorganism are further classified into 2 types. First is friendly microorganism. Next, harmful microorganism. Repeat after me. Friendly microorganism and harmful microorganism. First, we are going to discuss what is friendly microorganism. Okay. For example, we are taking curd. Curd as a bacteria called lactobacillus. Curd as a bacteria called what? Lactobacillus. Spell the word lactobacillus. Lactobacillus. Okay, lactobacillus. Curd has a bacteria that called as a lactobacillus. Okay, curd also has an acid. That acid is called as a what? Acid is a lactic acid. The acid which is present in curd, that is called as a lactic acid. Do you understand? Okay. For example, I am taking a bowl of milk. I am taking a full bowl of milk and adding little amount of curd. What I am taking? I am taking a bowl of milk and adding small or little amount of curd in that milk. Okay. After few hours or few seconds, the whole milk will changes into curd. How? Due to the bacteria that present in curd. Okay, the bacteria that present in curd, the whole milk will changes into curd. Do you understand how the whole milk will change into curd? Due to a lactobacillus. Okay. The lactobacillus will multiply and use the curd. Little, the lactobacillus will multiply and give the curd. The milk will change into curd. You understand how the milk will change into curd? Due to the bacteria present in curd. You understand? Okay. Next, lactobacillus are present in lactobacillus bacteria are present in bread. In bread, curd, cake, or the lactobacillus bacteria are present. Okay, these bread, curd and cake is called as a good bacteria or as a friendly microorganism. Good bacteria or friendly microorganism. Do you understand? This is first case. Do you understand? Next, the second case is in the soil, in the sand. Okay, in the soil, we have roots of plant. We have what? Roots of plant. See, this is roots. Okay, the plants which have the root nodules. What is root nodules? I am put a round no. This is called as a root nodules. Plant which has the root nodules has the bacteria. The plants which has the root nodules has the bacteria. The name of the bacteria is Rhizobium. The name of the bacteria is what? Rhizobium. Spell the word Rhizobium. R-H-I-Z-O-B-I-U-M. Rhizobium. The bacteria which is present in the root nodules that we call it as a what? Rhizobium. You understand? Okay. This rhizobium helps in nitrogen fixation. This rhizobium bacteria is helpful for what? It will helpful in nitrogen fixation. What is nitrogen fixation? In atmosphere, there are many nitrogen gases are present. The nitrogen gases will changes into nitrogenous compound and it will be useful for plants. Do you understand the process of nitrogen fixation? In atmosphere, the nitrogen gases are present. The nitrogen gas will changes into nitrogenous compound and this nitrogenous compound is helpful for plants. Do you understand what is nitrogen fixation? This is second case. Next, third case. If you are fond of eating South Indian dishes, we are all fond of eating what? South Indian dishes like what? Idli, dosa, etc. We will be eagerly eating idli, dosa. For that, what we can do? For like idli, dosa, you require batter for it. If we have a liquid, idli liquid only we can make idli, and or else we can make, if we have only liquid dosa only we can make dosa. Okay, for that we require batter for it, idli batter or dosa batter for it. Okay, batter needs to be fermented. First, if you want to get batter, what we can do? The batter should be fermented. It should be fermented. The fermenter takes place with help of yeast and some bacteria. How it can be fermented? With the help of yeast and certain bacteria, the fermenting takes place. Afterwards, we can use this idli batter or dosa batter. Do you understand? The fermenter takes place in yeast and bacteria. The fermenter takes place in what? Yeast and bacteria. And this yeast and bacteria are called as a friendly microorganism. Okay, the yeast and bacteria that we call it as a what? Friendly microorganism. Do you understand? Next, yeast reproduce and release carbon dioxide gas during respiration. Okay, yeast reproduce and release what? What gas? Carbon dioxide gas during respiration. Do you understand? Yeast reproduce and release carbon dioxide gas during respiration. Next, to prepare wine, alcohol and acetic acid, we require yeast. To prepare wine, alcohol, acetic acid, we require what? Yeast. Okay. Next, the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as a fermentation.